E aí pessoal, beleza? Aqui quem tá falando é Léo Dobritz e no vídeo de hoje vamos continuar aqui com mais uma parte da nossa série de Alan Wake 2. Bom galera, paramos com o vídeo exatamente aqui nessa parte. Estamos aqui com o Alan, então sem enrolação. O nosso objetivo é ache Alice e saia do hotel. Então sem enrolação já vamos prosseguindo aqui pro game, no game, né? Já fui bacana pro lado errado, mas pelo menos a saída tá aqui. Talvez só sair dê bom. Eu espero. Tá, deu bom.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Bom, vamos saber que tem uma sala safe ali. E bom, no último vídeo nós vimos que esse prédio apareceu e tá bem aqui fácil, bem na cara. Então só vamos entrar nele e vamos ver o que nos aguarda. Bom, eu acho que eu tenho que entrar nesse elevador. Lembrando que se você está gostando do vídeo e não está inscrito no canal, se inscreva, porque isso ajuda demais, e comenta aí se possível.
Go to hell!
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Vamos precisar revelar alguma coisa aqui então. Mas o quê?
But he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. He still checks in. Even after he moved out west.
Cara, eu acho que é pra eu ver os vídeos, porque na hora que eu olhei aqui, tava veja o vídeo de Alice. Tá, talvez seja isso. É, eu acho que é isso mesmo.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed, and I picked up my camera. There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for. There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Cara, não tô entendendo. Quer dizer, agora deu pra entender um pouco da onde a saga apareceu, mas esses live actions é muito bizarro.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
A gente sempre volta pra cá, né?
I don't have time for this, so let's get it over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors, peeking in, reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say. Door, Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
Bizarro, né? Cara, eu só vou sentir o saída porque eu tenho pouquíssima munição. Eu meio que não tenho munição pra ficar tretando.
Hurry, Tom. Here is the light at the end of the tunnel.
Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Mutta go onwards at the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom, like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yöden Yö is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear, that it's coming back to cinemas soon? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos your artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
Tá, eu preciso achar caixa de sapato e sempre tem que ser no porão, né? Não pode ser na luz. Pera, aonde que tá a caixa de sapato? Vou deixar assim. Leva uma luz e qualquer coisa a gente volta aqui. Tô entendendo nada. Salvar? Aqui a caixa. Pô, não tem literalmente nada, cara. Cara, o estranho que o objetivo continua é achar a caixa de sapato.
To get to Parliament Tower, I needed to find the murder site. Zane would know where to find one.
Inside this
messy maze of blood trails I was chasing the cult through, I ran into the filmmaker, Thomas Zane, an esoteric bohemian with a hard-on for acts of cruelty performed in the name of occult nonsense. A director wants to control every aspect of the world in their films. Is the cult leader any different? Was Zane just another alias for Scratch? There was a rumor that Wake and Zane had been working on something together. I was going to get the truth out of Zane with whatever means necessary.
Tá, o hotel tá aqui na frente. Só que eu tô naquele momento que a gente não pode matar ninguém, pode atirar, porque eu não tenho munição. Tá, tem outro. E aí, esse aqui é como?
Had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of a cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Eu acho que continua sendo pra cá.
Zane's room, 665, was upstairs. The elevator would take me there.
O elevador te levaria até lá. Tá. Recipiente. Escritório. E aqui tem medicamento também, né? Vamos pegar esses medicamentos antes? O elevador tá ali, tá. Vamos só pegar esses medicamentos que a gente deixou. Talvez seja útil. Aproveitar que estamos mal das pernas. Eu acho... eu acho que aqui eu posso mudar para um...
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead of Scratch.
Tá. Eu ia falar que dá pra eu mudar pra uma situação mais amênua, mas não. Cara, o elevador não tava aqui? Ah, tá, beleza. Ele fechou. Qual é o quarto mesmo? Não sei. Ele falou, mas eu não lembro. Bom que eu tenho bastante munição, né? Ah, o quarto é 665. Nada aqui. Só procurar itens antes. Cara, eu tô entrando pra um lugar muito obscuro. Mas tem muita coisa aqui. Vamos pro quarto 665, que provavelmente a gente vai ter que vir pra cá, não é possível. É uma área muito grande pra não ser explorada.
Something told me Zane wouldn't be happy to see me this time.
I'm in control now. The second you try anything, I will shoot you in the head. Scratch wrote Return, not me. You're a fucking liar.
You'd given up. You stopped writing. You said it was too dangerous, that we didn't deserve to get out. And then he showed up. Scratch. He promised to write. To get me the hell out of here. He was magnificent. A visionary. I mean, it was art. Then, when he finished, he took a return and left me behind.
It's still here, and so is he.
I know I fucked up. But you can still catch him before he gets out. Before he gets to your wife. When you get to him, don't hesitate. Kill the bastard for what he did to us. There's a murder site in my cinema where my film Nightless Night is playing.
I told you not to try anything!
Tá, saia do hotel.
I had to find the movie theater Poet's Cinema. The next murder site was there. Zane had created the film in tandem with Return to escape the dark place.
Cara, será que tudo aquilo ali é opcional? Não pode ser, cara. Pode ser. É uma área muito grande pra ser opcional. Ah, não! Ah, tá. Eu voltei pra cá. Não, beleza. Cadê o elevador? Tá aqui, bora. Confesso que esses capítulos com o Alan, ele me deixa um pouco bugado. São capítulos muito pequenos, então eu não sei se é capítulo, se é subcapítulo, eu não sei mesmo. E não sei quantos tem. Eu acho que com a saga tiveram 9, né? Pensei que a gente não ia conseguir sair.
The movie theater on the far side of the plaza.
Cara, eu espero muito que seja pra cá, porque eu tô muito tempo andando. Mas pelo menos eu consegui umas munições. Morreu, tá. É, também tô na merda, né? Vamos usar Vamos usar isso aqui, cara, esse kit. E deixa o salão para depois, se precisar o analgésico. Cheirei à toa. Meu Deus, calma. É isso? Tá, eu acho que deu bom.
The door wouldn't open.
Vamos já usar um analgésico, porque eu tomei muito dano nesse cara. Vambora. Tá, de fato era aqui mesmo.
The cinema lobby was a gateway to other realities on the silver screen. I could set a scene here.
Tá, calma aí que a gente já dá uma olhada no quadro de enredo. Vamos dar uma explorada rápida aqui. Pegar tudo que tem, a gente já dá uma olhada. E tem um mapa aqui também. Bom, beleza. Peguei alguns itens aqui, já salvei ele atrás. Não fui no segundo andar. Mas eu vou ter que ir. Eu pensei que poderia ser depois. Mas não, de fato é no segundo andar mesmo, porque aqui tá a segunda bolinha.
I was missing something.
Alan, obviamente você tá deixando as coisas passarem. Beleza, tô com o inventário cheio. O que eu vou fazer? Eu vou usar um salompa só pra recuperar esse pouquinho de vida. Vocês viram que eu dei um grau no inventário aí, né? Eu acho que pra lá não tem mais nada. Então vamos ver esse eco aqui.
Lifetime or more. I felt like I'd been on this case looking for the cult of the word for a lifetime or more. The only case I'd ever been on. They would surface from the dark with their depraved acts of violence and fade back into the night, leaving behind bloody crime scenes and clues heavy with obscure meanings that led nowhere. Arriving at the cinema, I felt a monumental, terrifying revelation trembling before me, ready to open its jaws and swallow me whole.
This place had significance to the cult. There was something to use there. The first step toward the murder site. I was making progress.
Continua trancada.
Someone had barricaded themselves in the room.
Tá, vamos entender o que mudou.
The story was affecting the scene.
Será que é isso? Eu acho que sim. Tá. Tem mais um eco aqui.
It would do you a lot of good. It would do you a lot of good to talk, buddy.
It was an initiation ceremony, or so we made our new members believe. Two of New York's finest. They had performed endless favors to earn their place among us. We had something special waiting for them. And something very special for you, Alex Casey.
Who's your leader? Alan Wake? Scratch? Zane? Give me a name!
You will meet him soon enough.
There was no end to the corruption. It fit the genre, so I'd use it.
Beleza, tem uma nova cena. A nata de Nova York. Será lá pra cima? Não, peraí, abriu ali. Vou só fazer aquele save rápido. Que não deixa, beleza, legal. Será que é pra cá? Tá, ali tem mais um eco. Acho que eu tenho que subir por ali, peraí.
The urban legends circling Thomas Zane were a bottomless rabbit hole. I'd done some digging. To film freaks, he was a mythic auteur in the art house cinema. A rising star coming to America from Finland. But he only created one film, Tom the Poet, before he went missing, mirroring the vanishing of the main character in the movie, played by himself. The biggest mystery was around his lost film, an early work made in Finland, Nightless Night, rumored to have mystic properties. Some claimed it was a snuff film, that the ritual murder in the film was an actual murder. There were no known surviving copies, but the cult chased it as if it were their unholy grail, just like Wake's books were.
Tá, nada de útil, né? Vamos ver o que tem ali pra cima, depois a gente muda aqui também de novo. Tá, aqui me parece... Não parece uma sala safe, mas... Salompas não dá.
It was locked from the other side.
Tá, esse aqui tava na cara. Meu Deus. Não, mas peraí. Ele já tomou... Tá, ele já tá vulnerável, né? Beleza. Tá, tem um item aqui. Salompas. Vamos usar o salompas atual. Mesmo esquema. Não abre, tá?
It could not be opened on this. The cops had gotten their 15 minutes of fame with the cult, and it had been a scream. They were the murder victims. I had to find a way into the projection booth somehow.
Tá, não foi assim.
The plot changes shaped the world around me.
Master into... Look at you, following your master into La La Land. A sad bunch of clowns in funny masks and hoods, pretending to be a secret society.
Maybe it is you who's playing a role, Mr. Casey. A role carefully laid out for you. A puppet blindly performing the ritual steps for the glory of the cult. Huh?
What the fuck have you been smoking?
Nightless Night. A clip of the lost film survived. You will see, Mr. Casey. In the Nightless Night, you will finally see.
Nightless Night was Zane's film. It played a role in this story.
Tá, tem uma nova parte então. Tá, muito inimigo.
Zane's lamp on the screen had no light. I could transfer the light in my lamp to his.
Cara. Vamos matar esses caras. Eu acho que não vai ter outro jeito de passar, né? Já que eu preciso transferir minha luz ali pro cara, aparentemente. Tá, me dá isso aqui. Aí, vai dar tempo?
Out of the screen and revealed the door.
Investigue o beco. Que beco? Calma. Ah, tem um negócio de saída aqui, tá.
I was back out into the night. A seedy alley away from prying eyes was a good scene for dark deeds.
Vou dar uma explorada rápida aqui. Sala safe. Beleza. Pegar tudo que tem, porque eu sinto que a gente vai precisar de bastante munição por aqui. Aqui vai dar onde? Tá, vai dar na cena calada da noite. Mas, contudo, porém, vamos terminar o vídeo por aqui, porque ele já tá bem grandinho. Eu sinto que nós estamos bem próximo do final. Então pode ser que talvez o próximo vídeo seja o último, não sei dizer. Mas pessoal, se vocês gostaram do vídeo e não estão inscritos no canal, se inscreva. Muitíssimo obrigado se você assistiu até aqui. Eu acho que eu vejo vocês no próximo vídeo. Valeu, até mais e fui!